大家好，我是泰勒学姐，坐在我旁边的两位是我们 Sri KDU 梳邦校区的两位校长Ms. Casey and Mr. David. Could you introduce your professional background a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So I grew up in the UK.
Yeah.
And I went to school in a little town in the north called York. I went to university. Oh, you know York?
I used to study in New York.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing. It's got a fabulous university campus. So I went to university in York as well. And then I went to do my teaching qualification in Durham. I taught in schools in the north of England. Then moved to London. Taught in London for 10 years. And then moved to Malaysia. I've been here 5 years now.
I trained in the UK as well, till university near Lancaster in the UK. I had 2 years teaching in the south of England. Then I moved to New Zealand. I was in New Zealand for 18 years in many different leadership roles. And I was fortunate to get a position in the UAE, in Dubai. So I had 6 years in Dubai, working as a head of primary. I'm very fortunate to get this position in Malaysia at Sri KDU. I'm working alongside Cassandra. So that's a brief history of my educational path.
We chose to move to Malaysia because of an opportunity, if I'm really honest, and we did research and just decided let's try. It's been the easiest place to move to, myself with a family as well. My children settled immediately. The culture's fabulous, the food is fabulous, and one of the best things for me about living here is the international perspective and the international outlook and the hodgepodge of culture.
Well, I'm relatively new to Malaysia. I've only been here for 9 months now. But I'm really enjoying the country. What attracted us really was the climate, nice warm climate, whole year round. But we do love the culture, we love the food in particular. It's very great here. But the schooling as well for our children. The international schools in Malaysia are very strong in education. This school in particular, a very strong profile in the country. So I was very happy to get a position here.
I'd say one of the things that we're particularly good at is our top academic outcomes. You know, and that's one of our promises to parents, and that we will get your children or help your children to achieve and exceed their potential, looking at Russell Group universities as their outcomes. And you've obviously spoken to some of our A-level children and know where they're going and what they're doing. But I think passionately for me, we look after and we try and cultivate safe and happy children before the top academic outcomes. I think particularly we do community very well. So we have so many events for children to get involved with, so many events for families to get involved with, so that they're exposed to as many different things as possible.
One of the skills I think is really important today is communication. Being able to articulate and present and put ideas in a clear format. So I think for our students it's really important they learn how to problem solve, they can think critically, and they can put their ideas into actionable results at the end. We have redesigned our curriculum this year related to the UN Goals for Sustainable Development, and that is a step forward for our students to look at what do they need to do to secure a better future for everybody. We are a community school. We know our families really well. There's two components to this. The academic, we have something called the story of my class, and every teacher collects all the information on the students and puts it into one document. So every child we know really well through this document in terms of academic performance, how we can improve that performance and making sure that they do have the personalised learning pathway. We differentiate the learning in classrooms. There's different elements of challenge, and we like to think we've got two levels of learning, children meeting expectations and children exceeding expectations. So they're the two main areas. Students do have a voice, and we get to know them really well, giving them opportunities to communicate in many different formats. One example is the children present their own learning within assemblies, and they lead that assembly and present it to the whole school. There are several opportunities around the school to do that. We know them individually, we know their strengths, we know their gap, and we support them wherever we can.